Hey everybody, Gisele Grenier here from artplace.ca. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, so I thought I would make some artist trading cards from my book of backgrounds pages. So on the table I have is this particular book of backgrounds page, and you can get, these are all on my YouTube channel and they're also on my website, free to watch. So I've got this one here, and I'll link in the description below where you can watch these. And I'm going to cut these into artist trading card sizes, that way I can get half with this design and then half with this design. And then on this one here I drew out a whole bunch of hearts, and so I can get some with this design and some with this design. So all I'm going to do is just cut them out. Let's see what scissors I'm going to use. Just going to cut out the heart shapes. So I've got all these cut up now, and you can see they're all different shapes and different sizes. Now what's nice about this is that the orange goes well because it's a complementary color, the reddish orange, complementary color to blue. So that would look nice on there as well. Now I have to cut this. Okay, I'm using an X-Acto knife, which is kind of scary right there. Okay, so I had to take a break for about an hour. Phone guy came to install the second line into the house, and Mia went bat crap crazy. She went nuts, so I had to stop. So what I did is I just kept cutting everything, and only cut myself a little bit. So for this particular card here, what I did is I pulled out a gifted item, and this is from my friend Cheryl. Cheryl, I can't thank you enough for sending me this stuff that I absolutely love. I love this. I find that sometimes the steampunk stuff I know up here is being overused, the same as barn doors. Everybody seems to do it now. So to make it look a little bit different is instead of just painting it, I'm going to paint it with a chromatic black, and then I'm going to take some wax finish and I'm just going to go over it just a little bit to distress it, so it'll look a little bit different. And I'm thinking about doing something like that, and then the heart, and then the quote, which is secret. And it should be The Secret, because I finished watching the movie The Secret from Rhonda Byrne and it was eye-opening. So I actually have to restamp that, it should say The Secret. I'm going to change the colors up a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit more deep. So can you see my palette there? So what I've got is DecoArt Media Fluid Acrylics. I have the Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Blue, and Burnt Sienna. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking at getting something close to a Payne's Gray without actually using black, or even maybe Prussian Blue without using black. Because the black makes it opaque, and I want it to be as transparent as possible. I'm going to dampen my brush, and I'm going to go into the matte medium to make everything. Oh, might as well just use this stuff to make it really transparent. You got to be careful when you use a lot of water. Sometimes it may weaken the pigment. So I'm going to grab a little bit of blue. Can you see that? You should be able to see that. So matte medium, phthalo blue, and a speck of burnt sienna. And I'm just deepening that just a little bit. And it's completely up to you. I want it to be more blue and less green. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the ultramarine blue with the burnt sienna. And when you take the ultramarine blue and burnt sienna and phthalo blue and burnt sienna, when you mix them together, depending on the ratio, because phthalo blue is like super duper powerful, you end up with chromatic black, which is black with color. So if you think about it, you can take 2 parts ultramarine blue and 1 part burnt sienna, and you get Payne's Gray. You can take 1 part ultramarine blue and 2 parts burnt sienna, you get something like burnt umber. And they'll be more semi-transparent. The phthalo blue, you have to use less phthalo blue because it's super powerful, and you get another version. See how nice and dark that is? And if I can get it done in time, you can also wipe back to re-expose the little leaves. Grab a paper towel. Just to distress it a little bit more. While we're here, what we can do, okay, you can tell I'm not feeling well, right? Actually, I'm not too bad. Now, I'm going to gab while I'm cleaning up. I take care of myself so much. Although the arthritis is getting out of control. Arthritis, bursitis, and every itis in my knee. I do take care of myself eating wise and, you know, washing hands and all that stuff. And I still manage to pick something up. Ugh. While we're here, I'm going to take some phthalo blue. Again, some burnt sienna. I think I may have to get something else to make this a little bit darker. This is going to be too transparent, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I'm painting the edges. Now this paper is super thick, which is why I like doing it with a paintbrush, because when you go in, although you got to be careful how much you do this, you could damage the brush, but these brushes are pretty strong. All right. See how nice and dark that is now? I need to make this part opaque. A speck of black, and I'm going to go pick up just a smidgen of that. And I'm going to work the outside, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly go over. I drew these hearts with a pencil, a 2H pencil. Now the lines won't erase, which is no biggie. So making that nice and, the hairs are all coming out, grungy. Then I'm just going to take that and just bring that over. Oh my God, this brush is falling apart. Go back into that, bit of black. And hitting the edges and going in will cover up those pencil lines, which really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. There we are. And I could trim that a little bit too. The heart looks like it's got a broken leg. There. You can also outline this with a pen if you want. Do you know what I did? I accidentally gave all my markers and pens that I threw in a bin to my granddaughter. And I don't have the heart to tell her it was a mistake. I put all the boxes aside and Joe just put everything into, grabbed the brush, the pens, and go. I'm going to get my number 8 bristle bright. So phthalo blue, a little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of black. Let me test that color first. That's still too blue. A little bit of black in there. Yeah. On this side. And the bristle brush is dry. So it being dry, there's not a lot of excess water going into this cutout, which means it won't get all curly and kinky. Not kinky, that kind of kinky. Kinky like kinky. I'd like to blame that inappropriate word on cold medicine, but I haven't taken any. I love that. Look how gorgeous that is. So it's a little bit dark for that, but we're going to be putting some silver on it. Do I need this for anything else? No, I don't think so. Let's glue this puppy down. And I'm going to put matte medium over the whole thing, making sure that's dry first, of course. And this also acts as a barrier, so you can put multiple layers. If you do multiple layers of transparent paints and put matte medium in between, it'll let more light shine through, making things really, really luminous. That's like a grisaille technique. I like putting the barrier layers. And then I'm going to do this one too. Oh, and let me know, you guys. I've changed the format of the way that I do the videos. I'm trying to keep the videos shorter. And now I'm on camera. I want to have a conversation with you guys. I was just having the camera shooting down, you seeing me how to do that. It just didn't feel right. I felt like I was talking to nobody. But now that I look at the camera, I feel like I'm talking to you. I have visions of who I'm talking to behind the camera. Align that right to the very edge. What I like about using this matte medium, I can position stuff. It's not like it goes down, then you can't move it. But now I'm getting my hands in it. I'm gonna have to make sure. I forgot to put the wax finish on it. That's okay. Yes, should wait until that's dry. No, I don't have the patience for that. So see how dark that is? So my idea is I'm going to be putting that silver, the silver finish on that. And when putting the silver finish on that, I'm not putting it everywhere. It's just to add it's to add a light layer, a lighter layer in between the background, and the cogs are going to be the lighter layer, and then the heart because it's so dark. I mean, that looks pretty. That looks pretty the way it is right there. But I want a little bit of the silver. Ooh, this is dried out. You know what that means? I didn't tighten it. This is also water soluble as well. If I just take a little bit of water. Yeah, there we go. Don't want to take too much. There we go. And all I want to do is just hit the cogs. Don't want to cover it all up though. Now what you're supposed to do with this, you're supposed to buff it as well, which I can do anytime. Oh, look at that. There we go. And just take a little bit of the excess and just go over just a little bit of the black. Not too much. I'm waiting for Joe to come up and say, you're supposed to be in bed. If you're too sick to help me with the accounting today, you're too sick to be doing your art stuff. Wouldn't that be funny? I don't want this to be too fluid. I'm going to use the gesso, tiny little round brush. And I'm just going to dry brush a bit of an outline. Did I say I was going to do this trading card in 10 minutes? Under 10 minutes? Yeah, like that was going to happen. Nobody makes chicken soup, in my experience, better than my mother-in-law. Hungarian chicken soup. Oh. And let's press that there. I'm going to go with the Distress ink. Ooh, the Beltec turned on the TV downstairs. Do you know what we did? We brought our patio furniture. We bought beautiful patio furniture this year. We put it downstairs because the price you pay for that stuff, I don't want it left out in the outside because we couldn't find covers for it. That furniture looks amazing in the basement. And all Joe and I keep making joke of Jeff Foxworthy. You know you're a redneck when your outdoor furniture serves as your indoor furniture. But it really looks nice. So now he wants to take the office, which is the whole half of the basement, because we have a wall separating for the workshop. He wants to take that thing. He says, your office, put it upstairs to the studio. He goes, I'm just going to have my office on here, and then everything else is going to be an entertainment center. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see what's coming up now. Let's go look at the TV. Guys and their toys. Now, because this is water-soluble ink, I have to be careful. Yeah, I love that. I have to be careful gluing it on there. Oh, secret. And I'm doing a whole bunch of these cards. I couldn't believe the number of emails I was getting. What do you do with because some of the people aren't art journalers, which is totally fine. You don't have to be an art journaler to do the book of backgrounds. But they were saying, you know, they didn't know what to do. So there you go. What do you think? So hopefully this gave you some ideas of what you can do with the book of backgrounds series. It doesn't always have to be creating a journal page because they're huge. The next book of backgrounds I do will likely be maybe 5x7. Going more compact to work with the new theme of the studio, because the studio, this one here now, is the tiniest bedroom in the house, and I want to go more compact. That's it. That's it. gonna go lay down now. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this card, and you know, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've done my Book of Backgrounds series, regardless of the year, and if you have a favorite, I would love to hear what favorite it is. Also, don't forget to like the video, because I really need the inspiration right now. I'm feeling no, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down. It doesn't matter to me. And then subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you won't miss out on anything. And also, if you happen to be subscribed and you're not getting notifications of when I'm doing my videos, head on over to artplace.ca. On the right side of the page where you see my pretty picture with, you know, I've got paintbrushes everywhere. I send out notifications for the videos once a week. And they're just summarized in there. And because I've been getting some of my really loyal YouTube subscribers were saying they weren't getting notifications. Because when you subscribe, you have to hit the bell, and then you have to hit the bell again to get all notifications. So, okay, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. I'm going to go lay down, and then I'm going to clean up this mess. And I'm going to work on another piece with this from that same. I'm going to work on the back side now for another card. And that one I think is called Dream Big. All right, so until I see you in that video, stay inspired and don't get sick.